Stay tuned. The
Are you ready?
series is going to wake up your magic. So, a habit. What is a habit? How does a habit become a habit? And why does a habit have so much momentum in our lives when we are truly looking to refocus our attention to creating good, healthy spaces within ourselves? I wanted to bring your attention to what causes these habits to be valued for truly what they just are. And a habit is just something that has momentum. It has a memory. You kind of consciously do it unconsciously. It's like driving a car. We're in the habit of getting into the car, switching on the car, and it's on automatic, and you are driving. Now we have cars that are self-driving. So the habit is now getting into a place of what are you doing and who are you being whilst that energy is moving through you, right? The opportunity today comes in opening up the doorways, okay, and letting you understand that for us to break any kind of habit that you are feeling kind of a resistance or an inner conflict with, calls you to listen. And that is just the dichotomy. Who is running the habit that is literally listening to what they are doing or even saying? Oh, it was just a habit. I'm trying so hard to stop the habit. Oh, I'm trying so hard to stop smoking, to eating carbs, to speaking or thinking about negative thoughts, or to feeling unworthy. It's just, I just do it without thinking about it. And that is just it. You are not present. The habit has got so much volume. It's got so much sound. It's got so much cellular memory, okay, that you are in this momentous energy, okay, of pulls, of emotions that you are just switched off. You are on pilot. You are subconsciously tuned out because there is something that has far more energy, okay, than you kind of realize. How many of you have caught yourself driving down the road, just going out of habit to your work versus going back home, or turning around at a certain intersection because you are accustomed to do that versus to redirecting your route to where you're supposed to be going? We've all done it, and it's called experience. And that experience is valuable experience on habit reforming or rejuvenating an aspect of yourself that requires your attention and your focus to redirect this custom, this habit forming energy, okay, that gets you into this space that you are no longer directing your energy. All right, you have taken the back seat, and then you're subsequently now complaining about what is happening. If the habit is no longer serving you, right? But there are still those good habits that they're still driving force and they still feel good, but you're no longer the driver, you're going with the flow. Well, those are two very, very different things, right? A habit that you complain about that no longer serves you is a destructive action that has a momentous downpull, and it's now drawing this energy, and it draws out your life force energy out of you, right? A habit now that is subsequently supporting your inner well-being and that you feel good about, and you're allowing the flow of this life force energy to guide you and inspire you. Now that is helping you stay in the trust of the flow of the universe and creating a cosmic pull that is connecting you and tuning you in to an inner well-being. Which habit are you in? Then what a great question, right? Is it the habit that you're complaining about? Or you subconscious not aware that you are the co-pilot of? All right. Okay. And are you this habit that is constantly connecting you to feeling good and maintaining a flow? Okay. And being in the stream of your own creation. What a great observance today as we just look at just these two things, because great questions, okay, are always answered by whom? Your higher self, the one that knows. Your higher self, the aspect of yourself, okay, that is always, always, always consciously aware of where you are, okay, is giving you a sense of well-being with no pulls, no attachments, no conflict when you're in this space of inner self-attunement. And if we're able to now bring this attention and this feeling forward and create a habit of that, well, that habit that no longer supports you or serves you or never has starts to diminish its pulls on you. And sooner or later, it has to let go. Why? Because it is law. Wherever you focus on and what you look at, that is where your energy is going to go. So out of habit, let's weigh you quickly. Where are you? Do you complain or do you look at the good things? Out of habit, okay, do you go into a negative charge or do you go into a positive charge? Out of habit, do you look at the negative or do you look at the positive? Just out of habit, do you complain about where you are in your life, or do you see where you are in your life with an inner sense of well-being? Sure. And I could carry on and 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 carry on. Why? Because your life has built momentum. Your life has built this energy. Your waves of energy are oscillating this communication. And you're either happy with where you are or you're just simply not happy with where you are. But you can't be happy and complaining at the same time. That is not possible. Why? Because you have to give a moment of the duality of everything. You can't be happy and complaining. Either complaining or you're happy. The vibration of happiness is well-being. It's a frequency of allowing. It's you are feeling the energy flow through you. You're content. You're satisfied. You are free. You're not judging. You're not being judged. You are not in this negative charge. You're just happy. You don't care if somebody else is angry around you. You don't care if somebody else is complaining. You're happy. You're ignoring all those lower frequencies and energies that seem to distort you, and they have no power of you because you're just happy. You're happy. You're just simply happy. But when you're not happy and you're complaining people are not happy. They are dissatisfied. They are distorted. They are being pulled. They are in agony. They are resentful. They are getting sparked. They are getting filled with spite. They are getting closed off by an emotion that they feel betrayed or abandoned or in a victim kind of situation that they feel trapped. Two very different habits. Which one are you feeding? Which one are you focused on? What is your habit? What is your internal habit? People say, well, I've got to get into the habit of I'm really, really trying, but they're complaining about it. And who hasn't been there? Experience teaches us to know the difference, to feel the difference, to understand that, oh my goodness, what a fabulous life and opportunity that we have by truly understanding who we are as creators of our own experiences and being able to discern the satisfaction and understanding what complaining is about. You only know what complaining is about because you've complained about something, right? And that in that moment of acknowledgement, that in that moment of understanding what that truly brings you, that is the space that you want to open up that window and create a habit of like, okay, I do have the choice today to look a different way, right? To turn my back on what I'm complaining about, okay? Even though I know I really want to. That's a habit. I really want to get satisfaction out of complaining. Why? Because other people are also complaining and they can understand my dissatisfaction. So all of a sudden that has been amplified if you don't interrupt that and repattern a new habit in that moment. There's a true whisper of a new habit forming in your own cellular self, your cells, your water, your emotions, the memory you carry. That goes really, 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 really deep, 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 deep down to your core. It's now you understanding that your waters, your emotions have been disturbed. There's a bigger wake. The waves are bigger. The swells are higher, and the ebbs are fuller. And you are intenser. Is that even a word? You've been intensified, right? But it's not about the words. It's about your habit of vibration. You know when you have shifted from complaining about something, when you're just saying it and you don't feel it anymore. How many times do you tell the story and the story just doesn't have that pull? You're no longer getting emotional or disturbed about it anymore. It doesn't have the grasp on you anymore. You've been deshackled. That's your gateway. That's your opportunity. Be brave enough and courageous enough to interrupt yourself and know that a new habit can get created in a nanosecond of you setting a new intention for yourself. And the minute you decide that you're no longer going to look at this habit that's spiraling and dragging you down, you have that opportunity to breathe in. And in that moment go, I'm going to look here. What makes me feel better? The problem is that people are wanting to go from complaining to being happy. It's too big of a jump. You fall and you go, that did not work. I'm going to go back to complaining. I'm going to go back to that doesn't work. Being happy is not for everybody. I don't feel worthy. I don't feel great. I'm just a loser, and my days are not just working great, and my friends are just horrible, and my family is even worse. And that's just going to create exactly what you're creating. So it's actually healthier for you, okay, to understand that what is dragging you down. If you're frustrated, well, then recognize, you know what, I'm frustrated. Go write it down. I'm frustrated. I'm angry, actually. Rather get angry, okay, than pretending to be happy. Because you can't jump from complaining to the deep seats of that habit to a new forming habit that is going to bring in a higher sense of value. Rather tell yourself, okay, I am complaining. I am not happy about this. But this is why I'm not happy. And then the minute you acknowledge that, you start forming a bigger muscle and an opportunity to be heard, right? To be understood and to understand what really got you to that place. And go, wait a minute, I don't really care about that. It's not the all in all about it. But you have to get there. And people are trying to get to a bigger place without acknowledgement, without the connection. You can't get from being distorted in 1 second to being aligned. What gets you there is you having the courage to interrupt that. And an interruption is a simple breath, at the very least. But when we're in these downpulls and this habit forming of victimhood or being surrounded by chaos and noise, and you're just going, and you're in the rat race, and you're the hamster turning on the wheel, and things are not changing, and it's just getting faster and faster. You have to have the courage to interrupt that habit and form a new seed, to create a new seed. So how do we do that? What would be a great way, okay, to bring on a new seed, set a new intention? It's you recognizing who you're being with these two habits. When you catch yourself in that down spiral movement and energy, and you go, you know what? It doesn't make me feel good. I don't feel good about who I'm being. I don't feel good about this situation. I don't feel good. This habit is no longer serving my inner glow, my inner attunement, my inner connection to myself. So how do you do that? You allow this intention of, I want to feel good. So if you want to feel good, you have to acknowledge that that no longer feels good. People just bringing more into their buffets during the day. But it all starts when you wake up in the morning, because it's in the habit of waking up in the morning, of how you start your morning, that it counts. What is your first thing that you're doing? What is your new habit that you're bringing in? What are you breathing in? That's why people say, and people are going to more meditation, but people are just moving into meditation with their thoughts, and they're trying to overpower their thoughts in this meditation. That's not meditation. That is a churning of thought processes that are in your mind. Meditation is for you to interrupt your mind and hear nothing, so that all these thoughts can just be and calm down, so that you can come into a higher connection of habit-forming spaces, that you have a moment for you. You know, it's truly the little things that make the biggest difference. And if you really look at you, what are the habits that really make you feel good? Is it a great cup of coffee in the morning? Is it a great cup of tea? Is it you just listening to music, or you just listening to the birds? Is it you just gazing into nature and looking at that beautiful flower? Is it you just reading something out of your Bible or your Torah, or a special book, or a special thread of spirituality that tunes into you, making you feel good, reminding you that you are great and you are worthy and you bring value? You're the one that chooses the habits. You're the one that also creates these habits. And I get it. I'm a culprit myself. We overgive. We overstretch ourselves. We over-surrender. And in those moments, okay, it takes a lot to bring us back to our inner core. So just for today, acknowledge those inner feelings of what makes you feel good. And set the intention to create a new habit, and be ready. Because as we set that intention, you're ready 70 to 79, 80%, 90% there. A powerful intention is a gateway to a new habit being formed that truly brings the true spark of new possibilities into your life. Okay? So that you can manifest your dreams in this lifetime experience. We are empathic. We are sensitive. We are intuitive. We are psychically attuned to this energy world that is awakening who we are. You're so much more than who you think you are. And remind yourself that your higher self absolutely knows what you want. You are the creator of your life. Future holds for you what you have put into your future, what you're thinking, but most of all, what you're feeling. That is what is coming to you. That is how the universe talks. You are the creator of your life. We all are. Are you ready?
My name is Vanahaha.